What is up, everybody? If there's anybody in chat, what is going on? It don't look like there is at the moment.
Good evening. Come on in, guys. Hit that like button for Dave. Join
I've
us.
noticed, I've noticed the live streams have quieted down a lot on everybody's end.
I wonder if maybe it's the holidays.
That's what I think. That people go through their getting YouTubed out streaks.
That happens too. You get a week or two where you just kind of blah. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, I got all kinds of shit here for tool reviews and stuff. I still got to get off my butt and do reviews on.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of first looks and some reviews. I mean, I want to start doing a first look where hey, this is what it looks like. This is out of the package. This is what I think it's going to do. And then I want to go back and do it again after a few months.
What's up, Sergio?
It's really nice to know how something held up after you've been beating on it for a while. Or you can say, we're not going to review this because it was junk and I gave it away.
Super won a mini fridge from his Snap-on dealer during a promo that he had going on. That's cool. What's up, Adam?
Hey, Adam.
You want to know what's crazy? I bought so much new stuff, and I brought it home to do videos on and tool reviews on. That first, I don't even know where I'll put this shit in my box when I go back to work with it. When I actually take it to work, but almost everything here that I got in my house, I haven't needed at work.
Right.
So it's like, what the hell did I buy it for? Because it was cute. It was pretty.
You like buying? Yeah, it was shiny. I wanted it. There's nothing wrong with that. I've been buying more practical stuff lately.
I've never gone by Quick Wrench Ed. So it must be a different Quick Wrench. Quick Wrench
Ed, huh?
Yeah, I guess Raging is going to come on.
All right.
Yeah, I had all kinds of funky shit. I did an update on my computer.
Yeah.
Second. Yeah, and all the settings changed. I had to go through and change all kinds of settings.
Yeah, Google got funny. On mine, it updated overnight my laptop, and then
I heard. Go ahead.
The screen will change, the colors will change and stuff. Like the whole theme. It's like the lights and the darks get inverted.
Yeah, here's an interesting comment. It's by Supra saying, "Did you see that Gear Wrench made an announcement? They will no longer be supporting any of their street team, just online sales only." My Snap-on dealer brought that to my attention, that he can no longer warranty Snap-on. He's actually looking for another vendor to deal with, but he can no longer warranty Gear Wrench through the way he was doing it through his Snap-on supplemental catalog. There's no warranty on the Gear Wrench product anymore.
I wonder why they would do that.
I have no idea. I don't know how true it is though either, but my Snap-on guy said he can't warranty Gear Wrench through his Snap-on supplemental anymore. So he's not telling people right now, don't buy it from me. I'll have to ask my other dealers about that.
You know, it could be possible that some of the street dealers, you know, they're having to mark their gear wrench stuff up.
Oh, I gotta tell you, you gotta be careful with gear wrench on certain products that gear wrench is producing. I don't, even though it says made in Taiwan on it, some of their stuff they've gotten really low end with.
Yeah.
Some of it they've improved. Some of it they've improved. So, is it a fight just to stay more competitive? If something gets a little too pricey to make, they look for it to be, find a cheaper source. I don't know.
Yeah, or they're having to source it from wherever they can right now.
Well, I broke a gear wrench, quarter-inch drive, flex head ratcheting, 12-inch long driver, bit driver / quarter-inch driver.
Yeah.
And the replacement one they gave me, my hey Jamie, what's up? Nice to see you jumping on. The replacement one I got, you can just tell off the bat, brand new from the initial quality of it. It is it doesn't feel the same quality as the one I broke. It feels cheaper.
Is it that long bit driver ratchet thing that comes in the set?
Mine didn't come in a set; it just came the ratchet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it hasn't broke yet on me, but its initial feel feels cheaper.
Right.
Good to see me. I touched too many snap-on tools.
Yeah. It's like triggers. You get jaded, you know, you get picky after a while.
Jamie's got the 460 back on the road.
All right. Hopefully running on all 8.
What is up, Pat? What is up, Pat?
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
I think somebody sells
YouTube.
Yeah, you still got YouTube.
We lost him.
Maybe he'll be back. Jamestown card at a pawn shop for $1,000. I don't even know the James cart runs now, brand new.
I was looking on OfferUp this morning, and a Matco box came up for $900, but it's not. It's 2S 4S. I think it's called a Tech to Tech. It's a 54 by 25, really nice Matco roller. And they wanted $900 for it, but you just look too old. You know, what are you going to match it with? You got to start looking for new top boxes.
How you doing, Adam?
Doing good. Doing good.
I haven't had. What are you saying, Frosty?
Adam, what are you up to, man?
Oh, just doing the old winter shop rearrange right now. So.
That's kind of what I did most of my day. And then dug through, found a whole bunch of tools I got to take back to work. Like these guys, I forgot why I brought these guys home from work like 6 months ago. I forgot what I was using them on. I think I was fixing my dishwasher. I never took them back to the shop, so obviously I never really used them at work much. But there'll be that day where I'll be all shit. They're at home, so I got to get them back to work.
You think old RBRT Dan would be pissed that I bought the torques instead of buying the new RBRT wrenches?
Ed, the old tech guy, might have been on Jude's live stream. He wasn't on mine. But yeah, Ed, the old tech guy is a channel and a real person, but it was on Jude's stream. I don't know why you're asking me about Jude's stream. Anyway, yeah, I can't believe how much stuff I've gotten here. I haven't had at work for like 6 months. And I don't seem to have missed it.
I took a bunch of stuff home, but a lot of it was fabricating and repair stuff, like transfer punches, and micrometers, and clamps, welding shit. But it seems like I'm using that shit more at the new place. I can't take anything else over there until I get this box set up and I have a place to put it.
Turner, my mommy told me I can't hang out with you anymore. You're a bad influence. Keep me up past my bedtime. It's too late. You're too old.
Dave, do you ever go through your toolbox like at work once a year or whatever and see what you use and don't use? And
yeah, I constantly moving stuff around that I hardly ever touch anymore. To be honest with you, I have like those heavy duty plastic totes. I have probably about 5 or 6 of those just filled with shit that I don't take home with me. Honestly, I don't want them stacked in my garage. But stuff that I figure I'll never use again, or if I do, at least I got it at the shop. I actually have it in our stock room or storage room. Some of this shit just takes up too much room. Like I got the seal drivers for the vacuum operated 4-wheel drive F250 and F350 4-wheel drive hub seals for the vacuum operated ones. The big seal driver by OTC. I don't know if you ever seen one. But those things are gigantic. I don't need those sitting in my toolbox. I got stuff to handle old W-body strut cartridges.
Ooh.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Frosty?
Is that the big jaw clamp?
It was the one that you took off the top plate in the strut tower, and then you unbolted the top rubber mount, and then you actually had a long tool that went down there, and it screwed out the strut cartridge.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, well, something like that. That's sitting in a crate and back. Because what's the odds of me in Michigan ever seeing one of those again?
Right. I'd imagine you'd have the big clamp mounted on the wall somewhere. Big jaw stuff.
I have strut compressors, yes.
Yeah. We used to use that thing all the time doing jags. Jags would come in and the hydraulic ass end would be blown out, so you put KYBs in it.
I have an interesting one right now I'm dealing with at my shop. I got a 2016 Buick Regal GS with broken rear coil springs.
Whoa!
And every once in a while, the customer says they can hear a little bit of noise in the back end. And I do believe it's a spring kind of sliding and popping on the back there a little bit. But other than that, it really doesn't seem to be affecting the ride height of the vehicle or any of that stuff. But I can't find those springs.
Huh.
GM says they're discontinued. I said to him, how the hell can they be discontinued? It's 2016.
A one-off vehicle.
I thought they had to make parts for 10 years.
Shit.
Or have parts available for 10 years.
What am I going through?
I've contacted Moog. I've contacted everybody I can think of. And everybody says, everybody says no, they don't have them.
Gabriel?
I can't find anybody that has them.
Damn.
Rock Auto said they're going to look deep into their warehouses where we're at right now. They said there's a chance they have something.
What is a Regal GS? I mean, what platform is it? What would be similar to it?
Probably
Malibu, or would it be like a little?
Probably a Malibu. I think Malibu is the same body structure.
Maybe you got to look for that part number.
Turner wants to know how you fucking set the timing on a 2004 Dodge Avenger. You just turn the key, you start it up.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Cam timing, or?
Turner's just being a smartass.
Did they make an Avenger that late?
Yeah, they made it later than that. There's a few years they skipped. I don't know what years they skipped. Now he wants to know, how do you clean the catalytic converters at my shop? Do you use Dawn or Palmolive? Well, honestly, on my old truck, my converters got clogged up. One of my really old trucks, they only had one converter in it. I did clean it out with a fucking air hammer and a long chisel bit. I broke everything up inside of it, kept starting it up and blew it all out the ass end of it. I mean, I had to disconnect it so it didn't go through the muffler and everything. And when I had all that stuff out of it, I hooked it back up and the truck ran great again.
I believe that's how it's done. I have heard stories of particulate filters getting holes drilled in them too. I don't know how well that works, but
what's that?
I've heard what do you call it? Particulate filters. Those diesel exhaust getting holes drilled in them.
Well, I really don't. I'm not too familiar with that whole setup, the whole system. You'd have to ask somebody more familiar with diesels.
Oh, they're terrible. They're the bane of our existence. They destroyed trucking. Diesel exhaust fluid, that goddamn particulate collector. Or what the hell do you call that thing? I forget what you call it. They're awful.
Well, they're supposed to be.
Okay, we are going to Tommy's.
I don't necessarily always believe Project Farm, like, ever.
Oh, look at
That's some interesting stuff.
Well, that depth system that they have on diesels, I'm hearing they're going to put that into cars now.
Oh, no.
You haven't heard that?
No. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to order some dinner.
Hey, Regin.
What's up? Damn. Whew. I see why I don't walk anymore.
And you know a lot about boat motors, Pat?
Welcome to town. You checking out?
Yeah, I'd like a number 4 with a Pepsi.
Okay, what kind of fries?
Regular fries and
Anything on the burger?
no onions, please.
Anything else I get
The
Yeah.
Project Farm is
Also,
funny. I'll
a
agree
number
with that.
1 with no onions and a
Alright.
Pepsi, regular fries,
Okay.
and a chili cheese dog. Also no onions. So no onions on anything.
And do you need a drink for that?
No.
Alright. Anything else I get you?
Ketchup and peppers.
Alright. So I got Pepsi, 2 fries, California
Wait, Cass.
cheeseburger, no onion, chili cheese dog, no onion, and double
What
no
class?
So I got 3 burgers, 2 fries, and 1 drink.
2 burgers, a dog.
Oh, a dog.
Yeah.
The chili cheese dog, my fault. I read that as a burger for some reason.
Yeah.
So I got a double with no onion, 1009 classic with no onion, and chili cheese dog, no onion. Sorry. So 2 burgers, 1 dog, 2 fries, 1 drink.
That's it.
Alright, perfect.
Damn.
Excuse me. My fault. Alright, now can come up to $33.67.
Right on. Thank you.
Got it. See you at home.
But they didn't ask you if you wanted to donate to anybody?
Well, I'm not sharing, see.
Holy shit. I remember the days when I used to be able to eat all that.
No,
Not today.
That's for me and the wife. She got a combo, I got a combo, and you can't come here and not get a chili dog. I mean, they're just awesome.
Wait a minute. You're at Wiener Schnitzel?
I'm at Tommy's.
Oh, fuck.
Pissed on Wiener Schnitzel. I mean, Wiener Schnitzel ain't bad, but
I like their hot dogs.
yeah. Just their simple hot dogs, nothing special.
Well, you got to put a little chili and cheese on it.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't get the all beef, don't get the Polish sausage, just their regular old chili dog. It's just fine.
What fast food restaurant you at?
Tommy's Burgers. The original Tommy's.
We don't have any of those here.
Yeah, it's a California thing. It's kind of like,
Yeah, we don't either.
imagine you had In-N-Out burger and you slathered it in chili.
Ugh.
But a really thick, meaty, yummy, delicious chili.
Don't compare a good place to a bad place. In-N-Out is disgusting.
Well, you don't like In-N-Out, huh?
I tried it. I did try. I have tried it. It is nasty.
Hey, Tarek.
Same thing as Whataburger or Wawa or whatever you want to fucking call it, place.
Never been to a Whataburger.
I'm trying to think what's the nastiest chain we have here.
Taco Bell.
I like Taco Bell.
We have Rallies out here that sucks.
Rallies today is not like the rallies of the 90s.
No, it sucks. If you go further north, it turns into Sonic. It's just Rallies with smoothies. Or Slurpees or whatever the hell you want to call them.
We have Del Taco here. I don't hit it up much, though. I don't hit any fast food restaurants up much.
No, neither do I.
Somebody told me I think Del Taco has like really killer deals 1 day a week on chicken soft tacos.
I haven't had Del Taco in forever.
Who's the one that does that Taco Tuesday out on the West Coast? El Torito's?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have those here.
No, that's a Southern California thing.
Well, we have a bunch of different places. Might be Acapulco.
We don't have a Whataburger either.
Not yet. They're you might be getting one.
So we have Turbo Tom loves a hot dog with Flint style chili on it.
What about
Totally
Cupid's hot dogs? Any of you guys have Cupid's hot dogs?
a Flint chili dog is totally different than not totally, but it's somewhat different than a regular chili dog.
What makes it a Flint dog?
What's that?
What makes it a Flint dog?
Probably the guys that started in Flint. It's, if I'm correct. God, it's been so long since I had one.
Either that or they're making it up. Either.
I'm sure Turbo Tom can tell us. I believe it's more of like a ground beef with a light sauce, somewhat chili-like red sauce on it, but it's real beefy across the top. It's not so. It's not a runny thing. It's basically like a flavored beef on top of the hot dog.
Well, that's
sure?
That's pretty much what Tommy's chili is. It's almost like taco meat consistency.
You sure they're not making it out of real Flint dogs?
Possible.
67.
3267?
3367.
There's 30.
Making a skunk into a pet is easy. My grandpa had a skunk as a pet for years. It was just like one of the cats around the house, around the farm. I mean, of course, it was deskunked.
I like my skunk. He's not. Thank you. He's not domesticated. Ketchup and peppers, please. He's not domesticated, but he's a nice skunky. He'll walk right up to you. He'll eat, you can throw him kibble and cat cookies. Cats don't fuck with him.
I eat too much fast food.
Oh, you don't have a choice, though.
Well, I can either have a truck full of pots and pans and cooking stuff, or I can run. Right?
Pepsi.
I know Tarek brings up the red tainted water it's cooked in. That's what makes it a Flint hot dog.
That might have something to do with it.
Tarek keeps up with all the things in the world. He obviously knows very well about the Flint lead water situation.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they've got the. I don't even know. I don't even know if they've got that solved yet.
They're supposed to be fixing all that in Flint.
They say they are. They said they're fixing it, but I don't know where they're at with it.
I mean, once
I
you
guess
fuck
I'll have to go up there and see if they the newborn children and they got like 3 eyes and shit.
Once you fuck the water supply, I mean, how do you unfuck that? I don't understand. I mean, I don't see how they can fix it.
Different filtration system, I guess.
And I worked in water districts for 15 years. For most of the water that went through their system with the lead and stuff was well below the trigger level and stuff. It is bad, yes, but
Muskegon area? Muskogee.
Think
Oklahoma?
Think Merle Haggard.
Speed Wrench just knows an old fogey. Where is Muskogee?
Oklahoma.
Oh.
I think. It could be totally different states. I mean, a lot of city names intermingle with all kinds of different states.
hey, Sergio.
tempted to fire up that song.
What's up, Sergio?
Hey, Sergio.
What's happening, Sergio? What you working on? Kosher Cafe. That doesn't sound good.
USA.
I found another one of those crazy long snap-on speed wrenches at an estate sale this last weekend.
Uh-huh.
They're like 34 inches long.
Damn.
I don't know what you would use that for.
Maybe for transmissions?
It's like
If you're doing it old school?
A speed wrench is 34 inches long, though. That's a long speed wrench.
I had a really long 1/4 inch for a while, but
yeah, here it is.
That was probably used for something. It was probably used for something on some heavy duty diesel equipment back in the day, or aircraft, or something like that.
well,
Where it was a long reach in.
Drag race guys used to use them with a magnetic socket. When you had a blown Hemi and you're getting the valve covers off in between rounds and shit, you want to get around the headers and around the blower and all the fuel lines and shit. You got to reach down in there and get the valve cover bolts out. You need a long speed handle. Then they shit canned all that and went to air ratchet.
It's still a hell of a long speed handle. I don't think I've ever seen a speed handle that fast, that long.
Mm-mm.
You said it was 34 inches?
18 inches about right, isn't it?
No, it's
I think
far
it's-
longer than that.
That's what that looks like. It's 3 feet long.
Yeah, here's the bendy part.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, that's real long.
I found some snap-on brass punches too, and all it is a 3/4 inch piece of brass with snap-on stamped into it. I wonder how much more that costs than a normal piece of brass.
Cost about $19 or $21 for Mayhew to do it. They give you 4 of them.
Talk about the RBRT. You know, Grip Edge is now getting rebranded by another company too.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, it's Matco Tools is going to take the Grip Edge and the standards, instead of it being green, the little green ring that Grip Edge has, which are an RBRT. Max metric will be blue ring, and their standards will be a red ring, and they're going to be called OptiGrip. And of course, there'll be more than the Grip Edge that my Matco dealer already had on his tool truck for the last 4 months or 5 months or whatever it's been. They're really pushing all this rounded bolt bullshit. They must be running out of ideas of what to make.
Yeah.
I will say the RBRT Torx and hex bits do work if you have a hex or Torx that's compromised. The fastener's damaged.
Very true.
A lot of the other RBRT stuff is a gimmick.
Oh yeah. I mean, they give you the RBRT wrench. Everybody's got a gimmick open end wrench now. And then they make the box end a 6-point. Come on. You don't need a gimmick for a 6-point box wrench.
Damn, took you 6 piss jugs? That must have been small piss jugs.
Pat Paulson's bringing up a good point here. I'm trying to think about this. Was it
Oh, the
Opti Grip?
glasses thing?
Yeah, was it Opti Grip? Was that the name of it that ruined the guy in the movie The Jerk?
I think it might have been.
If it is, I wonder if Macro knows this.
OptiGrab or OptiGrab? OptiGrab. OptiGrab, right?
I don't know. Maybe it was OptiGrab. Yeah, OptiGrab. I'm Leeser saying OptiGrab. Well, it's close enough to grip. I wonder if Macro knows that. I just don't understand why Macro would go through the trouble of rebranding and relabeling a product that everybody knows whose product it is.
That they already have
And
on the
then
truck.
putting a price markup on it, having to label their boxes and all that crap, put their name on it. Why not just sell Grip Edge?
Yeah, but think about it, Dave. They do it with Astro tools all the time. I mean,
Well, I understand they got to have something on that truck besides the toolbox that says Macco on it. I understand that.
you know, all their air tools are just rebranded Astro, but they're exclusive to Matco.
You know, one of their new players that they got on their truck, or newer players, are the same exact damn players you can get from fucking Harbor Freight branded Doyle.
Right, exactly.
And Macco wants something like $69.95 for a player that you can get at home or at Harbor Freight for $16.99.
Which is a
And if you
knockoff.
put them next to each other, they're identical.
Right, and it's a knockoff of a fucking Knipex. It's a Cobra knockoff, right?
Somewhat.
Yeah, but what company don't have a Cobra knockoff? Even Milwaukee's doing it.
I still haven't seen anybody successfully do it.
We did a pretty good job of it. They got some damn nice pliers. They're making
Oh,
them.
I'm talking about the Taiwanese made shit. Not Taiwanese.
Well, no, but they're making their pliers, I think, in Vietnam. I think a lot of their shit's coming out of Vietnam. If it doesn't,
A lot of manufacturing is moving to Vietnam. I think a lot of that's simply because they don't know the future of Taiwan and China.
Yeah. I think my truck is developing a miss.
Time to go get rid of it. Buy a new one.
No. These spark plugs have 220,000 miles on them. I have a set. I just don't want to take the manifold off.
What's up, Biggie Fizz?
Hey, Biggie. Yeah, I gotta do it.
I think I'm gonna get rid of my truck just because it's dirty and I don't feel like washing it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a great reason to spend $80,000 on a new truck.
Oh, fuck. If I spent $80,000 on a truck, there would be no Mrs. Frosty. I'd be streaming from a cardboard box. I'd have to go back to work for the ice plant. I'd need a place to live.
That's why I'll never get married again. No woman will ever dictate what I bring into the shop.
Good for you.
That's interesting. Knipex is ripping off. I can't even pronounce it. Staville.
Stavilla.
Stavilla.
Wasn't Turner saying something about that?
Yeah, they're all copying each other to a point, but I did see something interesting too. That when I was on my Macco truck, you know, the mountain wrench, the icons, those double flex head, reversible ratcheting spline drive wrenches.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, Macco had them. They were labeled Macco. Platinum has them. I think Easy Red has them. K2 International has them. Mountain had them. I mean, Icon's got them. Macco's got a new one. I said to him, I said, when did you guys come out with this? He goes, oh, that's our They discontinued the old ones. That's the replacement. That now has the forward reverse toggle switch in the center, like a typical ratcheting wrench. So when you're using it, you can't bump the buttons on each side, which makes it very comparable in looks to the new Snap-on $800 set. So I don't know if that's going to be an exclusive to, because they're all made by Cabo, I believe, right?
They would have to be.
I wonder if that's an exclusive to Macro, or if eventually we're going to see all those companies coming out with the same wrench. Because he literally told me it was discontinued, but that means it's just discontinued through Matco. So Matco might have got an exclusive, looked at what Snap-on did, say, hey, we got to upgrade the product a little bit. Cable's upgrading the product for him a little bit, but it's exclusive to Matco for now.
Who we driving for, Pat? We're driving for CFI.
JWC Tech, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Jason. That little buttons that always get bumped. They put this toggle switch kind of in the center of the ratchet. And yeah, I would say very similar to the Vim ones.
$800 set of
Snap-on released a set that are sweet, but they're $800. A lot of people say they're not worth $800. I don't know. I would have to say they're not worth $800, but I'm sure once you have them, you'll love them.
You know, I've been looking at long pattern, ratcheting wrenches, and I'm leaning toward those long gear wrenches that give you a standard box end on one end to break things loose, and then the ratchet wrench to spin it.
Yeah, I've been looking at those too, and everywhere I looked, about $300 for a set of them.
Yeah, they're expensive, but
which ones?
A gear wrench, the ones that have a standard box end on one side and the ratchet on the other.
Yeah.
But Ragin was saying they're $300 a set, but I think Mountains are $300 a set now, aren't they?
No, Mountains you just get
about
200-ish.
About 175.
I think they're cheapest if you can find them under the Platinum label, or if you can buy them from Harbor Freight under Icon with your coupon. I think they're $199 or $229 or $219 at Harbor Freight. And then you can get a coupon on them.
Right. The what do you
and
call
that
it?
is the same damn thing as the K2 International. It's the same as the Mountain.
Right.
Same as the original Mako.
The SAE Mountains are $125, but that's only a 4-piece set. I don't know how many comes.
I got lucky. I found 10 through 19 for $100 on my Mountain wrenches.
What label?
Mountain.
Oh, Mountain. Okay. I've resisted the temptation to buy them because I'm not a fan of spline.
Damn, the Dennet Tools is in the house.
You got to be careful with the spline drive. And I also tell you, got to be on those mountain wrenches. You got to be careful with how much ash you put into them. Otherwise, you're gonna be flying into shit because they will break easily.
Yeah, and they'll round.
I broke my 12-14. I broke the 14 side multiple times, and 18 mil I broke multiple times, and the 15 mil I broke multiple times. I mean, I get lifetime warranty on them. I'm just saying they still broke, and I didn't feel as though I was putting that much into them, although they are pretty long.
I think the old bear looks like he's got to take a shit.
The Carlisle, I believe, are the same ones also. I don't know. I've not seen the Carlisles. I'd have to look that up.
I'll look at them. I got to go pick up my metric wrench set this week. I'll look at the ratcheting wrenches, but I'm sure they're the same. I got that Carlisle SAE wrench set. It's a 19-piece. I got it last week, and I want to say it was $155. goes from quarter to inch and a quarter.
Mhm.
They're really nice. They're way nicer than the Icons.
It just shocks me that Matco. I'm actually tired of hearing about this freaking RBRT and grip edge and now the Opti grip. Can't they come up with something new? I mean, they gotta keep.
Yeah.
You know what Snap-on says? We don't need any of that shit because our shit fits and actually fucking works.
Yeah, we call it crank drive.
Do you notice Snap-on never released anything of that sort?
Flank drive plus.
Yep.
Well, no, I'm saying anything of like the grip, the RBRT for hex heads or
Oh no.
or any of that. In a roundabout way, that's a smart move because, all right, RBRTs are all made in Taiwan, over freaking priced when they originally came out, and they still are overpriced through Mac tools. But if that's the answer to everything, use it first. Don't use anything else. Use instead of a 8 mil hex, use an 8 mil RBRT. It won't ruin the fastener, and if it's somewhat compromised, it'll still get it out. You're basically no longer supporting your American cast, your American made hex bits anymore. You're basically saying this other stuff is better than our great American made stuff in a roundabout way.
They're saying that the American hex bits are inferior to the RBRTs. And they might be. I mean, who the hell knows? But
It's not about quality or inferiority. It's about my pocketbook. We're living in an era of government that likes to rape us and leave us broke. We can't afford Snap-on. Maybe if Trump comes in, you guys can afford Snap-on again.
I can afford Snap-on. I just make a weekly payment until the day I die.
Snap-on, you don't just buy it for looks. You buy it for life.
My Snap-on tools are heirlooms. They'll get passed down to somebody that never liked me to begin with.
The teeth on these things, I wish I had a better camera. The teeth on Snap-on is phenomenal. Same with Knipex. The hardness of the steel is phenomenal. But I do agree, some of their stuff, the price is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Snap-on is like an ex-wife. It always takes half your money when they leave.
I have no idea how old that 10 millimeter or that adapter is, but they're still going, even after getting fried on somebody's battery. Like that when I got it. But
I'm in agreement with this comment. I only use RBRT on hex and Torx also, and I will give this warning out there. Ball hex, do not use RBRT ball hex on anything. You're going to fuck that fastener up. The ball hex RBRTs do not work.
oh, that'll dig a hole in it, won't it?
Yeah, it fucks them up. It will round the shit off them.
Yeah, that'll just straight dig a hole
But
in it.
I've been honest with you. If it comes to superiority, the hex bits especially, the RBRT, the grip edge, honestly, I think they're a winner. I've not slipped on anything I've ever used them on. I've not rounded out on anything I've used them on.
All those years working on Mercedes, mostly Mercedes, some BMW and Audi and Porsche, but all those years doing that, we used sockets. They were made by either Haasett or Stavilla or, whoever the tool guy had at the time, but they were little German-made quarter-inch drive or 3/8 drive stubby hex sockets. And we always got those bolts out. The trick was you had to whap the shit out of them right in the center to knock them loose. And you had to put a nice, good fitting socket in there, a German-made hex socket, and they would always come out.
I remove a lot of broken fasteners having a machine shop, and on stuff like that, I take a Dremel, cut a slot in it, use an impact hammer. It's 90% of those things out.
Right.
Then again, if you're going to go to the trouble to buy a high quality set of, say, Allen sockets,
What's up, Paul?
the grip edge,
Hey, Paul P.
they're not much more expensive. The RBRTs might be because you're paying the MAC tax. The OptiGrabs might be because you're paying the Matco tax.
Well, the Opti grips are a little bit more than the grip edge. The interesting comment Diabolical makes. He uses the Mac version of the RBRT, and we have to be honest. We don't. There's no proof that the quality of the grip edge and Opti grips is identical to that of the Mac RBRT. We're not. There's no proof in that. I'm gonna have to assume they're all coming out of the same factory, but.
Well,
I'd have to assume they're probably the same.
in honor of the OptiGrab, I think we should change RBRT Dan's name to Maven Johnson. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, Dan the RBRT guy's making a fortune off all this shit.
Fuck that guy.
No, I'm just looking to. Only thing I need to purchase now is a good sized jump box.
If you're gonna go with a NOCO, get one with a 0 on the end. Don't get GBX, regular GB.
I don't like any of the no-code jump boxes.
I've had good luck with mine. You have to stay on top of charging it.
I want something that'll jump this off.
Your
And I don't
diesel?
think. Yeah.
I have that big bastard. I've started many a bobtail, many a semi with it.
The JNC 1224 will do it. The Stardall 10,000 watt will do it. Or 10,000 amp will do it.
My go-to jump pack at the shop is fucking JNCs. Those little portable ones let me down too often on a cold winter day. And then I get pissed because I walked all the way out there and it says it's got a 90% charge. Then I hook it up to the car and instantly it says its charge level's way down. And I hit it in the boost mode and the thing still just goes click, 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 click. Throw my good old trusty JNC on the sucker and it starts right up.
Well, because the battery's 3 times the size. You know, that's the problem with the little bitty ones like the Gulus and the cell phone sized ones. How much reserve could that battery have? It's tiny. It's got to live on the charger.
I'm really thinking about getting the JNC 1224 because it's half the price of the Stardall.
Well, the JNC 1224 you can't go wrong with. That's a big sucker. That's nice.
I think it's got 3,800.
What is it? The JNC, what is it, 660? That'll start any car or light duty truck on the road.
I want something for heavy duty.
But if you want to start your diesel, I think the 12, whatever it is, they make one even bigger than that, don't they?
I believe so. I've also been looking at that Stardall 10,000 volt or 10,000 amp starter jump box. It's almost $900.
Oh,
the JNC 1224 is like 475 or something like that.
Okay, I found you have that big Snap-on jump box. I know they offered it at one time in a camouflage look. It's the digital one you turn on and tells you the voltage and all that. I have one of those. That thing, I had to send out so many freaking times. It wasn't funny, and I don't know if they changed something, but ever since I got it back the last time, it's been fine. But shit, for a while there, I had to send the thing out every 3 months. I don't know if I had something wrong with the circuitry of it or whatever, but I'm curious to see how much of a change it makes on the 14.4 volt line of Snap-on tools when they come out with their new batteries.
Come out with batteries.
It's either 3 amp hour or 3.5 amp hour. In fact, we got Pat on chat right now. I'm sure Pat knows. I think it's a 3 amp hour. They went from a 2.5 to a 3 amp. Those 14.4s when they first came out were 1.5 amp hours. Then they went to a 2 amp hour. Then they went to a 2.5 amp hour. That's where it's currently at. And I believe the newest one is going to be a 3 amp hour or 3.5 or 3.2 or some shit like that. But I just know you could have two fully charged. You could have a 1.5 amp hour and a 2.5 amp hour fully charged. And you say you put it in a CT861, very noticeable difference.
And
you
the
can tell the
860.
battery, it just doesn't throw the power at the tool.
How much better is the 861 than the 761? That's what I want to know.
Night and day difference. Especially
in battery life or in torque?
In torque, reverse torque, it's night and day.
Really? They're supposed to be better on batteries too, right?
You know, I don't even pay attention. I would have to say, yeah, it's better on the battery. I have two of them.
Next thing I buy from Snap-on is going to be a ratchet and a 861, and then whatever the 1/4-inch version is. But I've been using the crap out of that little Milwaukee 1/4-inch gun. It's so tiny. It don't have the rocker trigger.
JWC has a few Snap-on ratchets on his eBay store.
Watch out, peepees.
The 861, I think they changed something in it because my first one I had, it actually shit out on me. About 4 weeks into having it.
Ooh.
And I sent it out. And it took quite a while to get it back. But I know when I got it back, I actually got a brand new tool. So I don't know if they were running behind getting the high vis yellow in because that's what mine are. But I did notice it was different than the original one. When you took the battery out, what you can see inside the tool where the battery is, it's not exactly the same as the first one I had. And I even showed my Snap-on guy. We had another guy in the shop that has a 861 that he bought the same time I did. And I took out the battery of his and I walked out and showed my Snap-on guy. I said, look at it. They're different. And he's like, yeah, I bet they figured something out with it and they changed it. But the thing I like about the Snap-on 861, hands down, is that toggle trigger. It's going to be 3.8 amp hour battery. I bet that's going to add some juice to those tools. Like I said, you can throw down a smaller amp hour battery on a like the 861 or any of them, even the brushed ones, and you can hear the difference versus the 2.5 amp hour battery that they currently are using. My problem with all these cordless tools is they're expensive. Batteries is what gets you.
Corded tools are the way to go.
The battery costs. Have you seen the prices of the batteries? They keep going up and up and up and up and up.
Yep. Unless you can find them at flea market for a halfway decent price.
Any gimmick battery too. I mean, the gimmick ones never go on sale.
My battery stuff is still the old 19.2 Craftsman stuff. The rest of it's all corded. I have a generator on my service truck. I will never leave corded tools.
Yes, I have used those sockets. I used I had to do a set of brake lines on a Chevy pickup truck, like an 05 or 06. And actually, the 14 mil worked quite well up at the ABS unit to get a couple of those lines off the ABS unit. I've used them a few times just to try them out. I'm sure they won't be my go-to.
Hey, PB.
Those Lyles are actually pretty stout, pretty solid. I'm sure they're not a snap-on socket. I have a couple snap-on sockets of that type in standard. But no, for the money, the Lyle's pretty. They didn't spread on me. The shit I was working on was rusty and crusty. It worked.
Damn.
Anybody else seen those sockets that JWC Tech's talking about?
The Lyles?
Yeah, these guys.
No.
They're nice.
They're
Ooh,
it's a line socket or flare nut socket, whatever you want to call it. They're pretty solid. They're made in Taiwan. They're not an American-made tool, but I'll be honest. I only bought them because I got them for almost nothing. Almost nothing, in my opinion, for a tool. So I always show my one tool dealer all the new shit that tool companies come out with because I seem to find out about it before he does. So if he sells enough of them, he often gives me a hell of a price on them. And there's a few cases where he just gives me something for free if it's cheap enough. That is true. The battery will last all day.
oh, baby, here we go.
The one thing I did see Snap-on came out with that looks awfully disappointing. I don't know if any of you guys saw it from the SEMA show. Is it came out with a soldering gun.
Yeah.
And can you imagine it? Like, just imagine a slightly smaller version of a CT, say 761, with a tip on it. I mean, it doesn't
They
bend.
didn't
It doesn't
listen to anyone's recommendations. Oh God.
So you saw that, Turner, right?
Oh yeah, no adjustment. What you got one direction, that's it. And It's not as compact as it should be. Like the Milwaukee's still better than that, and the Milwaukee's a pain in the butt. Like they didn't listen to anyone's request. Like,
that damn thing basically melted down and caught on fire on me. The Milwaukee one.
yeah. Like Snap-on didn't listen to anyone's request. We wanted articulating head. We want it to be adjustable. We want it to be a little bit more. But their butane soldering gun is their best soldering gun that they have, anyways. I'd rather get their butane than a cordless because it heats up faster and it's better. And it's compact as hell.
My favorite lately, and it's super cheap, is a Ryobi, believe it or not. And it's got the little stand that slips over your 18-volt battery. So you put it on like a 4 amp hour battery. So it's nice and solid, and then you've got the cord and the soldering wand attached to that.
Yeah.
It's
nice
adjustable.
That's actually a good design, that one.
Yeah, I like that one. It was like $30 or something. And those batteries are still affordable. I think you can get 4 of them for $100 right now. You know, they're on sale every year at Home Depot.
Oh yeah, it's a given for Black Friday sales.
Yeah.
Well, that's a given for Ryobi. Period. I mean, they always got batteries on sale.
I'll tell you what. I've got a Milwaukee fuel drill. I've got rigid drills. I've got cord drills. Cheesy brushless Ryobi drill my boss bought me. Works just fine. I mean, I think the same as the tool inside. It's just lighter. Those batteries are funky though. All of them have a big battery. I think that's what's. Somebody's going to come out with a little tiny battery that puts out some juice, and that's going to change the world. You know, or they'll start making an M12 that'll do what an M18 does.
I still prefer corded tools on everything.
Well, if I'm going to do something serious, I've got corded tools.
If I'm mixing mortar or concrete or something like that, I'll use a corded drill.
Mud mixing's best done with a corded mud mixer. Those cordless mud mixers. Whole hog, on the other hand, the whole hog will mix any mud, but the cordless Milwaukee whole hog, that will mix anything.
A whole hog made for boring choice.
Yeah. I had that Milwaukee mud mixer, and the battery just went dead so fast. But no, there are a lot of tools that are best kept, like used corded stuff that's going to be on a job site continuously. Like, and there's some tools that there is no need for cordless, but now those cordless concrete vibrators, those are the cat's meow, because if you've ever done high rise commercial, dragging that friggin' extension cord around to run that thing up and down the ladder, up and down the forums. So that the two new ones that they have out, Makita and Milwaukee, they got little backpack and all that stuff. Oh, cat's meow, that thing.
Damn it.
I had my brother's early 1990 model Black & Decker corded drill. It just died like a year and a half ago. I smoked the piss out of it.
If you can find one, best corded drill on the market still, I believe, is the Milwaukee 1/2-inch Magnum hole shooter.
Yep. I got one of those.
5.5 amp, but it works.
This guy's
I've got a lot of the older
Frosty, this guy's the shit.
metal body drills,
Yeah.
and they're indestructible and they're bulletproof.
This guy here, I have 2 of these, and they're both high vis.
I love it.
I'm telling you what, this thing is in my hand all day. I rip down engines with this thing all day long, all that shit. Break. If I do any brake work, it'll break
I don't know.
caliper bolts loose. It'll break the brackets loose. And the CT761 would struggle or not do it on a lot of stuff. And that thing takes lug nuts off cars, no problem.
I believe it.
I got a bunch of these like 3/4 inch old metal body drills.
Oh,
They
nice.
will beat anything on the market today.
Ow. Oh. Why are you guys hurting Daddy? Daddy didn't do anything to you. Put your fish hooks away. Yes. Trying to eat at my house. Oh, damn.
I don't know. I guess me not getting much sleep yesterday and not get much sleep today, and driving all night long, it didn't help matters. I'm tired.
Did you order your toolbox, Raging?
Yep, they are ordered.
Which ones did you go with again? Come on.
No, you ain't getting that out of me on a live stream.
What?
No,
You're not you're embarrassed to say husky? Or did you opt out of the husky?
They didn't have the husky. They didn't have the one I
No?
wanted.
Ah, damn.
I still bought a husky, Raging.
I'm eyeballing that friggin' that 82-inch one that they have, and they got a 90-inch one. Friggin'
Yeah.
I know.
monsters.
I'll tell you what. I need something to get me through about a year, so I can save some cash and get a decent box. I just picked up that. It's a 41 by 24 and a half. That thing holds a lot of shit.
Top and bottom.
Top and bottom, yeah.
What's
$4.98.
16 drawers?
Yeah, $4.98. Come on.
I know which one you're talking. I know
Any
what you're
toolbox
talking
will
about.
last you. Any toolbox will last you a lifetime as long as you don't roll it around the shop every single day and you keep some grease on the bearings. Any toolbox will last. Like that's the thing. It's like these like these toolboxes that everyone's knocking on. They're built using the same technology that Snap-on used in the 80s. That Beach and Snap-on and all them used. They're the same material, same metal, and those toolboxes are still out on service trucks, still in the shop to this day. It's the same technology, same design, same style. Like all Snap-on did is they just made heavier, dutier in like the 94 up. They just started getting beefier and wider, but all the old toolboxes were all the same thing back in the day, and that's what all these toolboxes that you see now, they're the same quality. So as long as it holds your tools, you like how it looks, and it works for you, it's perfect toolbox.
Well, if I had $3,000 right now to drop, I would go and get that Tool Vault 55 by 30. comes with a hutch.
Yeah.
And that's a damn nice box. What the?
No, I still got the 46 9-drawer workbench from Husky.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm giving it to the wife.
Perfect.
Why
It's
tell me
perfectly fine toolbox. It's perfect.
that?
Yep, she's gonna take it. She's gonna put a butcher block top on it and do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
Clean it up all nice and fancy looking, and do something with it.
And see, that's the other thing about these lower priced toolboxes. You can modify them, paint them, do whatever you want with them, and you're not going to cry about it.
Well, what the
You
hell?
go buy a Snap-on toolbox and you want to make a modification, and you want to drill a hole in it to put something on it, you cry. Like, oh my God, I'm drilling a hole in $12,000. Oh my God.
I'll say this, and I've said it a million times. You're spending over $5,000 for a toolbox. You can go to a metal shop. They can make you a toolbox, your own custom size, gauge of metal, casters, glides, everything, powder coating, for far less than a Snap-on or anything like that.
Yep, that is true.
What is Chef Shade Tree doing? Has anybody?
He's building a Frankenbox.
Has anybody? Yeah, but what's it going to look like?
Nobody knows. I haven't even seen any of his videos lately.
I think the box ate him. I think it came to life and ate him.
It's something he's been wanting to do, so he's making his own box, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, the epic.
You can have a box made exactly like that Epic for far less from a good sheet metal shop.
Yeah, I spent an 18 grand on a toolbox.
Yeah.
Get one made out of 16 gauge galvanized steel. That thing will last forever. Don't ever spark arc on it, because the gas might kill you.
God, that would be ugly.
I think diabolical.
It would be ugly, but it would last forever.
Right here. This is what the Frankenstein box is going to look like.
I'm going to put up a
My
picture.
My daughter showed me a clip. I got to find out where she got that from. It's a guy that lives in a handicap accessible home, which means all the fucking halls are wider and all the doors are like 36-inch entry doors, even in the bedrooms and shit. And he's got a custom bedroom set. I'm assuming this is a ranch. And he's got an Epic 60-inch or 68 for his big dresser. And he mounted a mirror to the back of the big dresser. He's got two small Epic cabinets as his nightstands on each side of his bed. And then he's got like I don't think it was an Epic. I actually think it was a roll cart, one of their roll carts, Epic roll carts. They had his entertainment center with a radio and all the stuff built into. It was pretty sweet, but that was a very expensive bedroom set.
Yeah. Well, people are doing that stuff in their kitchen. So the kitchen cabinets, they're just putting in toolboxes.
I just got to figure out what I'm going to do about a box.
I'm being attacked here.
I need a bigger box.
Dave, you need to start selling things so you can retire.
Your Snap-on guy ain't got one for you?
You know, it's funny you say that. I was talking to a big YouTuber about that shit. And I threw up the fact. I said, I think I'm going to sell all my Snap-on shit since Snap-on's retail prices are so high right now. I said, hell, if I sell my stuff at half price, I'm probably getting back my money. If I get even close to 50% of what retail is now, it's probably close to what I paid for most of my hand tools. Now I'm just going to go buy cheap Taiwan shit that works and gets the job done, like Sun-X and Gray Pneumatic and all this stuff. I'm banked the cash. And he's like, that's not a bad idea. He said, plus you'll have all new tools. I said, well, I don't care about new tools. Just I don't know if I could live without my Snap-on tools. The one thing I don't think I could ever give up, I got to be honest here, the one thing I don't think I could ever trade away from or go away from, I'm just so used to them, is my Snap-on ratchets. I love the Snap-on ratchets.
Yeah, if you don't like Snap-on ratchets, you're a con.
I don't like them. They got plastic handles. You can't feel the vibration when you're torquing stuff down by hand. You can hear when a nut's stretching with those rubber handles. You can't feel that. Now, if it's the old steel handled ones, yeah, I like those. I like the old steel handled ones.
They make them on. They make them soft grip. They make them hard handle. They make them without a handle.
Hard handle's the only way to go because you can feel what the bolt's doing, what the nut and the bolt is doing. Can't do that with soft grip. Can't do that with a soft grip, man.
That's what she said.
I've never had a problem with any of them, so I don't try to feel what the bolt's doing. I just know what it's doing. I know I'm going clockwise, so it's tightening.
I tell that sumbitch what I want to do, and it doesn't. Or it goes in the trash.
I mean, this is like my favorite ratchet right here. This is what I take lug nuts off with that are frozen.
Oh, shit.
It creates drive. So I put my 19 mil on it. Then I hook a fence pipe up to this that's 4 foot long. And it works. It's never failed yet. Fuck breaker bars. You don't need a breaker bar when you have Snap-on ratchets.
Oh, remember when Gray Tools and Snap-on used to make the ratchets that you put your extension bar in the back of, and that was your breaker bar? Do you remember those, Dave? Come on.
No.
Oh man, those were the best.
I'm being totally honest here. I have never, in 28 years, broke a 1/2-inch drive Snap-on ratchet.
I have.
Every ratchet I have, it's still got the original heads in it, the original gearing in it, and everything.
That's because you're working on small little cars, Dave.
Well, I would use a 3/4 if I was working on bigger stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes that 3/4 head's too big to fit in the hole.
The head's too big to fit in the hole. All you gotta do is add some lube.
Just spit on it.
I got my first call back ever. That Equinox that I did, I told them that they needed a new catalytic converter. They said they can live without it. It came back today. It's like, we want that catalytic converter. So I got my first call back ever, but it's not really a call back because I told them they needed it. I was all excited.
Snap-on ring pliers. JWC Tech, let us know if those are the same as the Langs.
I use a breaker bar.
What's that?
Oh, he got the Icon snap ring pliers on Marketplace. You know, the USA made snap ring pliers.
Snap-on can't warrant it because they don't make them anymore.
What is that?
That's your brake adjuster. That's your little brake adjuster tool for the old style brakes.
Slack adjuster.
Yep. They don't make them anymore, so they can't warranty it for me. I was heartbroken.
I got a brake spoon off the Cornwell truck the other day. Fucker didn't work. I was doing trailer brakes, and I'm like, hey, give me a little brake spoon.
You said the Icon snap ring pliers are USA made?
Yep. Icon's got a crap load of USA made stuff coming out.
They have a new USA made set. I think it's a Lang rebrand.
If it's USA made?
Yeah.
I don't even think Langs are USA made. I think they're Taiwan.
No, they have. According to the guys that were at SEMA that talked to the guys behind the scenes, they're coming out with sockets and ratchets that are going to be made in the USA too. They're getting
maybe
a lot of
the USA.
What are they going to do? Keep up with Milwaukee?
I have no idea. Like, never know. Maybe they are going to try to take a go at the professional tool market. Maybe they're going to try to make a go at it. They never know. They might separate the Icon out of the Harbor Freight store and do what we were talking about last stream, putting it into trucks and stuff like that.
That's a thing of the past.
Well, even putting it in other stores, like even automotive stores, as a high end brand, if they start going more USA made, and they can prove themselves to be higher quality, there's a lot of parts stores that will pick them up, throw them on their shelf, and they'll make a lot more money and be more profitable. Or next year we find out it was all smoke and mirrors, and it was actually Snap-on from the beginning, you know. Making their low end line of tools, and they lied to us for 10 years. And
quarter turn, those are Langs.
That'll never happen. Snap-on will never involve themselves with Harbor Freight. And I don't see Harbor Freight expanding the Icon line out of their own store. Why would they do that?
They'll be shitting themselves in the fucking foot. They do that. Give it to somebody else. Let somebody else make more money off of it.
Harbor Freight. Very few people go into Harbor Freight for that one thing they want without walking out with something else stupid that they bought. I can't say stupid, but you always see that. Oh, I could use an extra one of those.
Yeah. Mostly when you go past that clearance aisle, go through that clearance aisle or the liquidation aisle. Oh, you're always leaving with the shopping cart full.
I left with a 3/8. It was either 3/8 or ½ inch mid torque, and from the Hercules line for $35.
What, the Impact?
Yeah.
Well, I tried my ass off to use like Pittsburgh ratchets and shit. Everybody kept telling me how good they work and how nice they are. And, every time I tried to tighten something, it kept getting looser. Every time I tried to loosen something, it kept getting tighter. So I didn't know how to use the ratchet. I threw it away.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing I never get used to. I have it instilled in my head still, which way the lever. And those Pittsburghs are opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank God Harbor Freight's not like Princess Auto is up here, because it's just not tools. We got hydraulic cylinders, electronic components. It's a store that you go to build the tractor. You can buy everything you need to build the tractor. I go in there, I'm coming out with boxes of O-rings, hydraulic cylinders, some electric motors, going, what am I going to do with it all? I don't know. It was on sale, but I guess I got to build a tractor.
I'll tell you what, the Harbor Freight's around me. I don't know if they're expecting a big Christmas season, but I popped into Harbor Freight on my way home from work Saturday, the closest one to my house. And dude, I could not believe how jam-packed that store was with supply, with stock. I mean, and a lot of stock that I've never seen before. I mean, dude, the amount of jacks that they had in there, floor jacks. I think they're looking for a big Christmas season this year, and I think they're going to throw up some interesting specials. This store. I should have did a video on it. This store was stacked and packed, man.
What's the name on their jack stands that have the safety pin? Daytona? Yeah. Those are good. Those are a good buy from them.
They had to do that because of the recall they had. That was a new design like last year they came out with.
Yeah, they like a lot of the higher end ones, like OTC in them, like my jack stands, my OTCs, and that they all had that safety pin in them. It's the best. It's one of the smartest things in the world.
There's a lot of products that Harbor Freight's come out with over the years that are being made for them that, for what they are, they're a solid tool. I mean, they got some new welders out there that for the bang for the buck, like a lot of your titanium series welders for bang for the buck. They're well worth the money. That little titanium 120
Well, even those new pressure test kits that they got, that new fuel
like $180 or whatever. It's a dinky ass little portable flux core welder, but
Works great.
it works great in a pinch. I'm light duty shit.
No, I've used the shit out of that thing. Worked good.
Well, even their pressure gauge kits, like their compression tester, diesel tester, and that fuel test kit, those new ones that they got on their website, those are actually pretty good ones because they look almost identical, identical to the who made them? I think it was Lang, the Lang kits, but they're almost identical. Like they look pretty good. Like they look like they're pretty good, decent quality. Those new ones
with their fuel pressure, master fuel pressure test set.
Yeah, that master fuel one that looks like the Snap-on one, but all the fittings and the gauge look like the Lang ones.
Well, you have two. Well, yeah, but if I'm correct, you have two major producers of the higher end fuel pressure test kits, and that would be OTC, and Lang. Like the Mac, I believe the Mako is a rebranded Lang setup. I believe Snap-on's a rebranded Lang. I think Mac Tools is OTC.
Their diesel one looks identical to my old Snap-on one, like my old one. Like I've got the Mac one, which works too, but even like my old Snap-on, it looks identical to my original Snap-on. Has some fittings in it that you'll probably never use because you'll never work on those engines because they don't exist anymore. But it's got everything else.
Well, a lot of cars say that master fuel injection pressure tester kit would be fucking completely useless. Not completely useless, but
well, damn, I prefer Lowe's buckets for throwing names out there.
Harbor Freight don't even give you a lid with their bucket.
I get mine from a restaurant that they hose them out and then I just go steal them all.
Well, they smell like pickles and sardines.
Hey, I don't care. They're free. I'm not paying $7 for a bloody pail nowadays. God, the 20-liter pails have gone through the roof.
I just don't want an orange bucket.
Just don't want an orange.
Dude, I got like 20 of those fucking things here.
Yeah, I put lawnmower engines in them.
Come on, JWC. I can't say that. Not at least until this coming week. I can't say that. I gotta continue to let people guess.
I know what you got. You made videos.
What did I get?
I know how. I can already tell what you got.
Can you guess the color?
Black.
Blue.
Well, Frosted Owl was wrong.
Black or slight gray.
The black, no. It's already got a black 56. Already got a black tool. I got 2 black toolboxes at the house. So black didn't get bought.
Did you get purple?
Hell no.
Come on, purple's the best.
Is it piss
I'm
yellow
not.
or piss green?
I'm not no fucking Barney wannabe.
He got a green. He got a green tool.
Piss
He got
yellow.
green. He got
Oh,
green.
fuck that piss yellow stuff.
He got green.
Yeah, I have a yellow cart. Some bitch was on sale for like $180, and I talked him down to 150.
Shit.
You act like you worked today.
Which one? Who?
You.
Yeah.
Did you work on something today?
I work every day. Yeah, I worked on the yard, cleaning up the garbage, filling the back of my one truck with garbage. You know, the pre-winter thing, because I live off grid and I don't have a massive glorious shop to put everything in. So I got to clean everything up and get it ready for the snow. So when the snow falls, I can find it.
You get a lot of snow?
Where I live, we get about 2 weeks of it, but it's heavy snow. It's really heavy. Lasts for 2 weeks and it goes away. Then it's just rain, cold ice rain for the rest of the year.
Ugh.
I like snow because I can shovel it out of my way. I cannot shovel rain out of my way. And even at that, like in the good old days in Alberta, we used to take the dozers and build up these big mounds of snow, throw a tarp over it for the weekend, throw a couple heaters in there. Yeah, an igloo shop. It worked perfect. Can't do that with rain.
Well, you can freeze it.
This is what I use if I had to take wheels off a semi truck. 4-inch drive. A couple adapters on there. Break it loose.
Long as you
hard handled.
step it up to a 3/4 drive
So
socket,
you can
you'll be
feel
all right.
what the bolt's doing because it's got that hard handle, so you can feel what the bolt's doing. I don't know. That's purple or blue.
No.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to lose you all in a minute. I got like 1% battery here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Put the damn thing on a charger.
Yeah, I'm gonna put me on the charger. Have a good night, gentlemen. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Have a good one. It's only like 9:45 by his house, isn't it? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I got the anti-crackhead spray already, so that way it's not for the bears. I'd never spray a bear with that stuff, but these junkies that are moving into the neighborhood, I tell you, I like seeing them squirm. Like, God, no.
I got this thing here. I got this thing here. I don't know exactly how long it is. It's 1/4-inch drive, flex head.
Looks about 18 inches. No, 16 inches. 14. Maybe 14.
82. Pawn shop. Final sale, $35.
Is it longer in your wrist to your elbow? Because if it's longer in your wrist to elbow, it's longer than 12 inches. But if it's from the wrist to your elbow, then it's 12 inches. That's how the human body's made.
I think that's more than. Wait, up to the wrist.
12 inches.
To the elbow.
Wrist to the elbow is 12 inches.
Where's it at? Let me turn this light on.
It's 12 inches. I have the easier way of figuring out if it's 12 inches.
Yeah. And the base of your thumb is usually 1 inch on the average human. On the average human, the base of your thumb is 1 inch.
Damn.
We got to be fair here when we measure exactly how many inches it is. Oh, I froze.
What do you got there?
12 inches.
Yep.
I got to reset.
Doesn't matter how big you are. For some reason, that math always seems to work unless you got gorilla arms. There are humans that have gorilla arms, but it's weird how nature made us this way. Measure the base of your thumb, like not the knuckle, but right below the knuckle. It should be 1 inch.
Huh. Okay. That's crazy shit.
It is. The power of 12.
since Frosty's gone, I'll go ahead and tell y'all what I bought.
Oh, you're gonna torture the poor boy. I see.
Let's see if you're still tuning in.
Dave's
we
gone
lost
too.
Dave.
All right, it's just between us. No one else will know. It's our secret.
It depends on how many people we got looking in the chat. Oh, come on, Dave. Where you at?
He let the cat back in the garage. His internet's gone now. Oh, it's the Raging and Sayer show tonight. Welcome everyone to the stream. Nice to see you all here.
No, I bought the blue 34. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I bought the blue 34-inch Master Tech, and I bought the 56-inch double bank slate gray with the hutch slate gray.
Nice. Now, is that one 20 inches or 24 inches deep?
19 and a quarter for the 56, and the 34, I think it's like 22 inches deep.
Those are good sizes. Like I said, any of these toolboxes you see, they'll last you a lifetime as long as you're not like literally trying to use them as a step ladder or rolling them around the shop. You keep them in one position like they're supposed to be. They'll last for a lifetime.
You know, if people pay close attention to these toolboxes, okay? Now they got the 72 set up, right? Pay close attention to these toolboxes, okay? Now they got the 72 set up, right? Pay close attention to these toolboxes, okay?
Something interesting on Dave's world.
72 set up, right?
We got feedback, laptops on the floor, facing the roof, Dave's on the ground, twitching.
Repeater.
Are you alive, Dave?
Are you alive? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
For a minute there, we thought you had a stroke.
I don't know what the fuck went wrong.
All of a sudden I look back, I'm like, oh, fuck, he's gone too. But no, I bought the 34.
What
I bought the
JWC.
What?
JWC's asking a question. What max sockets was it in my thumbnail? They are. What the fuck are they? These are a max set of Torx Plus. Impact rated Torx Plus. That go from EP6 to EP24. And they're not USA made.
Right.
They put Mac tools on them. They're probably made by Sunex or somebody like that for Mac tools. Now, how long is this ratchet? The only fair way to tell is to use a proper measuring device. It is actually 12 inches. So yeah, it's a 12-inch long ratchet, $35. I don't think this thing's ever been used. He wanted 100 for it. I told him, I said, all I got is $35. And he says 50. And I said, all I got is $35. He just looked at me, said, just give me the $35. So obviously he had nothing in on it.
Right. But no, what I was going to say, if you pay close attention to the U.S. General Tool Series 3s, the 56 and the 72 are basically the same box, except for 22 inches.
I'll have to agree with Speed Wrench there. I bet his wrist to elbow is longer than 12 inches.
Nope.
Well, I guarantee you it is. You know how big that guy is? You know how tall he is?
It doesn't matter how big you are. For some reason, that math works out. There are some people that have gorilla arms. There are some people, but it doesn't matter. It's the universe is built off the power of 12, divisible by 4, and so are we. We're divisible by 4. Every part of our body. I'm 6 foot, and it still works on me. How tall are you, Rage? And you're what? 6'2"?
6'2".
Yeah, it works on him.
I'm 5'11".
My wife is
shrinking.
Now, girls, they're a little bit different. For some reason, they're usually average about 8, but still divisible by 4.
Shit, they got some tall ass women.
Yep.
I gotta reiterate this for what Cass said. Hey, dipshit! I just measured them.
Did you? Well, how long are they then? Tell us.
It said 18
From
inches.
your wrist to your elbow, 18 inches. Then he's got gorilla arms. He's one of those lucky ones that still has primate DNA.
That's one of the guys I work with. I bet his is at least fucking 14 to 18 inches long too, from wrist to elbow. He's got long motherfucking arms, but he's also 6'7".
Yeah.
See, the human body, everything's built in proportion to your body. Like you usually your wrist is usually right at your pelvic bone, like your hip bone. Your wrist will usually line up to your hip bone, and your abdomen's only going to be so long. Your head's going to be like it. We don't have uneven, like our human bodies don't have uneven or odd numbers. Everything is even. I'm just going by what I was taught in biology and science class when I was trying to be one of them smart people in school, before I dropped out.
Your mama wasn't Sally Field, was she?
No,
She
but
didn't
watched
find
her
your
a lot.
education extremely important, did she? Mama find that education she gave you extremely important?
My mom was never home. My mom was never home.
Did you ever see Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Remember that? The doctor walks downstairs.
Yeah.
Forrest goes, boy, your mama sure does worry about your education.
That was a crazy ass movie.
That reminds me, I need to get a new oil pump gun. Damn.
Oil pump gun.
Yeah, the things that you put oil and you have a little button, you go, so you can oil stuff.
You're too old.
You ever seen the Wizard of Oz? You know that little thing that used to Dorothy used to oil him.
Yes,
I need a new one of those.
I'll go up in my attic and I'll look for my antiques and I'll send you one.
You'd be amazed at how often I use that when I'm drilling, when I'm cutting, when I've got stiff knees.
I just take a fucking quart of oil, pour it as I'm drilling. Talk about drilling. I forgot to warranty my drill bits I broke.
Get a drill doctor. That big fancy. Hey, it doesn't matter. That big fancy drill doctor. I've taken all my old drill bits. I got that. I think it's the 500 model. It does the 35. It will do the 35 point split point, and you can take a broken drill bit, cut the tip off it, throw it in there. In a matter of like 12 twists, it's a brand new bit, man. That thing is the cat's meow. Best purchase I've made ever.
I have a drill doctor.
Do you? Well, pull her out, man. That thing's amazing.
I've only used it a full few times.
Oh,
One times I've ever used it is when I'm drilling through something really hard and I seem to screw up and go too fast and I dull my tip. I got to resharpen. But then the next week when I see my Mac dealer, I give him the bit that I sharpened. I'm like, hey, it's dull.
Dave, you know that little switch on the switch on the top of the drill that says 400? That's low speed. That's usually 400 RPM. That's what you drill steel on. Okay, just so you know, you don't go on the big direction.
Yeah, but when I was stupid and I left, nobody else in the shop had a cordless drill or anything like that, and I was stuck using an air drill. That's a pain in the ass to control speed with.
Oh yeah, air drill. Mr. 30, you got 35,000 RPM or you got 20,000 RPM. Make a choice.
I can't stand air drills.
No.
I don't even know why I have them in my toolbox still.
Because you like the sound that it makes when you pull that trigger.
I was digging, picking up, cleaning up all my tools in my garage. I came across this guy. I forgot I ever bought this stupid thing.
Remember the old? Do you remember the old Craftsman ratchet?
This isn't that old. This is just a spin handle down here, and then the ratchet head flexible here, and you can use it like a speed wrench. But I bought it because I didn't have one yet. Like this came out, I didn't have it, so.
Did you ever get to use the Craftsman Speed Wizard? It was a little ratchet. It looked like a ratchet. Then on the end, it had another piece that came out that had a little wooden handle on it. You put it down. You spin that handle, tighten it up. When you got it tight, you use the normal handle to finish the tightening off. And one of the weirdest looking ratchets ever made. But they go like I got one and one of the guys said you should put that on eBay. They're selling for like $300. I'm like, seriously? I went on to eBay. Yeah, they're selling for like $300.
I can't believe I was in an antique store up around Frankenmuth. It was near Frankenmuth. I don't know if I was actually in Frankenmuth. It's probably still Burt's Run at that time.
Yeah.
There's an antique store there. And I could not believe, and I got like 5 different ones. I couldn't believe how much the old fashioned crock pots were going for. That people used to do pickling in. Those old fashioned crock pots were going for insane dollar amounts. I was almost tempted, like if I brought mine up here, do you guys sell these things often? And they were like, yeah. I'm thinking maybe I should bring mine up here. What would you give me for them? I should do that. I should get rid of them. All they do is take up room. I never use them.
What kind of crock pots are they?
I don't fucking know. Give me a minute. I'll show you. Here's one I have. No, it's a mess. I am working on it. Clean.
I don't give a damn about no mess in no fucking garage.
Yeah.
What's that speed square? What's that Raptor square doing in a jar? Hanging it on a wall properly.
That's what the crock pot's being used for right now. Oh, my grandpa used to do his dill pickles and shit in that thing.
Now it holds the Raptor square.
I got a couple smaller ones in the basement. I got that one. I think is like 20 gallon, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I have in the storage unit. I got 2 or 3 of them.
See, I have one of those, and those things are selling for $300 now. It's one of the weirdest, most useless tools that I've ever owned, and I think I've used it once in my life.
The fuck?
So I'm thinking about putting it on eBay with all the other ones. Hey, it came with my kit that I had when I started, so but I've never used them.
I ain't never used one of those.
I have no idea what kind of tripod mount I'm using. It's some cheap piece of shit my daughter bought. I don't know what it is. Something cheap she bought at Best Buy.
No, I bought a tripod for Chef Shade Tree, and he spilled something on it and melted the plastic on it. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's some serious chili he was cooking that day.
I don't know if he spilled battery acid on it or what he spilled on it, but he spilled something on it and melted the damn thing and completely destroyed it. And I've got the same one, and it's still going strong for over 2 years now. But I've got 2 other tripods too. I see those on eBay.
I just use immigrant children. Here, hold this camera for me. Follow me around. Good. You're shaking.
I do that.
Stop it. We're back in the crate.
I'll do that to the wife in the stores. Can I go over here? No, you got to be my camera lady.
Have you seen that YouTube video of that guy that put the balloon on his wife so he could find her in Walmart?
Yep.
That's a smart idea.
Never get her. She'll never get lost. You'll always be able to find her. Just look up for the balloon. The only messed up part about it, if she goes on the aisle with the balloons, and then what is he gonna do?
That's when you turn down that aisle and it's all the wives with balloons stuck on them plotting against their husbands.
I did get a new set of hose clamp pliers.
You're just in love with those things, aren't you, Dave?
What? I didn't have them yet.
Do you carry them in your back pocket everywhere you go?
No, they're just sitting here on my table. Like a 3 position. I'm just showing this so Harbor can copy them.
Now, do they make them with a 90 degree?
Give them time.
Because that's the most important one, the 90 degree for those stupid hose clamps on those Nissans down there. You know those things that Fluffy works on.
Well, then I got new sets of these too. These are for the C-clip, or what do they call them? Hose clamps that I'm seeing on BMWs,
Mm-hmm.
Volkswagens and stuff that everybody destroys because they don't think they're reusable. The click type, the click R, and the click and the click R type.
Yeah.
This is a set by Facom. and you can do it from this edge, or this edge.
Yeah.
For this, you got to go straight at them.
Yeah, I got those same ones from Faycom. Did you get them in the kit? Did you buy them in the big kit, or did you just buy them individual? I got the big kit that came in.
I bought them individual.
Yeah, they're decent tools for their price. Like they are. I like them.
Mhm.
I can't tell you how many of those cars I see come in, and you can tell somebody freaking screwdriver ever beat the hell out of the hose clamp, and then they put a regular hose clamp back on it. I'm like, there is a tool that pops them off and pops them back on.
Yeah.
I went and bought the Astro cable hose clamp pliers.
Yeah. These ones.
Ones I like the best are the Snap-on, which I think are a Mayhew rebrand.
Yeah.
I could have purchased Snap-on or one of the ones from the tool truck, but
I don't think they make
it.
I think there's just a rebrand. I want to say it's Mayhew. JWC Tech will know what I'm talking about. It's ones where you can change if the cable gets fucked up, you can change just the cable ends.
Yeah, you can do that with the Astros. The Astros are the exact same as the Snap-on ones. Exact same. I got the Snap-on ones.
Let me see that. Not the exact same as mine.
It's the same as the one that I got off the truck. You can take the cable off; it comes off.
No, mine has you pop the cable right off with 2 slides.
Can you imagine?
I don't know if mine are Snap-on or if mine are Mac.
No, I think that little snap thing would be too small for that.
I don't know.
But honestly, I don't mind
the brand mine are. I don't know what brand mine are, to be honest with you. I don't know if mine are Mac tools or Snap-on. I just know they're probably rebrands.
Probably.
I think all those kind of tools are rebrands on all the trucks because it's something that's not a life or death tool.
Well, a lot of your Snap-on pliers are USA made, so what? I would venture out to say 90% of them.
Yeah.
What's that? 90% of what?
The pliers on a Snap-on truck are USA made.
Oh, I'd say it's about 90%. These are the ones I'm talking about.
At least they're carrying the full line of Nipex now. The Nipex wrench pliers, those are good. I like those. I like those Nipex wrench pliers.
Right here's what I'm talking about. See how those ends come off?
Yeah. Yeah. I think those are the more similar to the Mac ones.
Yeah, they're the Macs. These are what Mac sells.
Yeah.
They're made by Mayhew. And I think Snap-on sells these too. But that's the set I have now. I have the other set like you just showed me. I still have those.
I think their most successful pliers that they have on a Snap-on truck, everybody loves them, is the LN ACFs, the Talon grips. Those things were selling like fucking hotcakes. You couldn't. Every time you go onto a Snap-on truck, they're on back order.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so hilarious how Snap-on is taking credit for a design that was designed years ago.
Yes, JWC, I like those.
They're great. They're great pliers, but
especially like the extended reach ones.
What? The Lao what?
They're a hose clamp plier like Lyle makes, like a pistol grip.
I don't think I have those yet.
You're talking about when you say Talon grips? Are you talking about these?
The LNACFs.
Yeah, what I'm showing right
I think
now.
he's talking about the ones that
The
that have
47s.
the ones
I
that
like
you
the
can hold
46
vertical on
better.
the bolt.
I like the 46 better, to be honest with you. I didn't think
They're
I'd like
shorter.
the smaller ones better. I didn't think I'd like the smaller ones better, but I actually do. I think the 47s are a little bit bigger than I need for most applications I'm using them on. But the 46 is, I don't know, I like them both. So, and of course, you can get those at Harbor Freight soon.
Yeah.
They'll be in your local Harbor Freight shortly.
Well, I would much.
I forgot what they said to announce the date of that would be. But I wonder what their price points would be on.
You know, it's kind of redundant, but I would rather Harbor Freight try to copy a well-known tool brand than somebody that came up with a junky brand.
Like, that's the 46.
Smaller
So
handles.
Well, size comparison, it's major.
Mm-hmm.
I got to learn to use my camera right. In size comparison, it's a major difference in size. But these are real handy. Just grab fuses in a fucking shitty fuse box you can barely get to up under a dash on a Ford Lincoln MKZ Premier that you can barely see a damn thing on.
But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. I did too much stuff today.
Yeah, I think I might just go back here and lay down with the wife.
You guys have an awesome night. Thanks for inviting me, Dave. Nice seeing you, Rajan. Nice seeing you, everyone in chat. You guys have a great night.
No, diabolical. I don't take my tools home every night. These are actually the tools I keep in my garage. I have seven too.
I think that would get mighty expensive.
What do you mean mighty expensive?
Your boss would look at you. Why are you taking your tools home every night? I don't trust you.
No. Certain things I have, I liked enough that I bought a set for the house too. I've been building my collection at home. I don't know, I've just been doing a lot more shit around the house lately.
No, I can't wait to get my toolboxes in a garage set up. That way I can start using my stuff again.
And some of the new stuff I have brought home because I intend on making video reviews of them, and I start and I never finish, and then I haven't even taken the shit back to work yet. So actually, when truth be said, I actually have 3 of these because this one is for my house. I have 2 at the shop too. And they're all high vis. Don't ask me why. All of a sudden, I've gotten very attracted to the high vis coloring.
I thought about buying a high vis ratchet.
JWC text funny. I know what he's talking about too. I made mention of that. Somebody says, "What are you gonna do with your tools when you're dead and retired, whatever?" I said, I give him the JWC. I know he'll make good use of them or sell them and make good profit off them.
I've been counting the days.
I'm building my collection for his retirement, possibly. Not mine. Now, I like those LN 47s and 46s so much. I'm like, I gotta get a set for the house because every time I go grab a needle nose, some cheap shit I have at the house, I'm gonna get pissed off. Like this, I don't like them. They don't feel right. It's hard when you're in the industry as long as I have been, and I don't know. I don't want to say tool snob, but because I got all brands. It's not just Snap-on. It's not just Mac. Not just Lang, Lyle, Matco, Vim. I mean, just start naming companies off. Koken. You just get used to something and get a feel like FX and shit. You get used to that quality, that feel. I don't know, just you get used to it. And somebody hands you something that's really cheap, you're like, oh, this sucks. Even if it's going to work for what you're doing, it's still like you don't even like holding it in your hand. I don't know how to explain it.
It's the same. It's the same thing with me with truck brands. I got used to driving a Kenworth. I was driving that Volvo. I drove it. I didn't really much care for it, but I drove it. But I prefer my Kenworth T680.
I say the Mac players are freaking cheap. All the Mac players you see in their promo catalog or their flyers, those are all cheap Taiwanese players that honestly, when you look at it at the end of the day, they're overpriced. Honestly, I think I could say they're pretty comparable. Like when you see those promo sets that Mac Tools throws up, where you get all those different sets of players and diagonal cutters and needle nose and all that. Those are very comparable to, let's just say, the orange handled crap you can probably get at Harbor Freight.
Well, now they're black and green handles.
Yeah, I'm saying that those are cheap player sets that Mac throws on those promos. It's not their American-made version players.
Use a good tool. When you use good tools, it makes work fun and gives enjoyment while we work on those POS cards, right?
That is very true. In a lot of cases, the tool just works. It works, and it doesn't fail you.
I mean, no matter what tool you use, they got their limitations.
I think the Mac USA tools are the same as I'm brain farting right now. Channel Lock.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They're probably the exact same player. They're made in the USA by Channel Lock that are branded Mac. Instead of a blue handle, have a red. I'm assuming they're the same player.
Yeah, but does Channel Lock rebrand for anybody?
Channel Lock is owned by freaking Mac or Stanley Black and Decker, aren't they?
I don't know because they're sold in more than Lowe's. They're sold in what? Home Depot. They're sold in some of your auto parts stores.
Those Irwin's sold in a lot of places. They're owned by Stanley Black and Decker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't Irwin part of Channel Lock?
They very well could be.
This is where I need help. Channel Lock is still a private company. Okay. And Irwin Hansen is the only one that Stanley Black and Decker owns. I'm not impressed with the Mac USA made pliers. I mean, they're not horrible. There's nothing special about them.
But channel lock's been around for years. They've been around for a very long fucking time.
They still could be a channel lock plier, the Mac pliers. A lot of them, anyway. Because I'm pretty sure I have a set of both. And I bet if I put them up next to each other, they're identical. It's already 1:30.
It's 12:30 here.
Yeah.
I got an eye doctor's appointment Tuesday. We'll be sitting in Joplin, Missouri for a couple of days. 'Cause that's where my damn doctor's appointment is.
You just got to check up, or you got something you got to get handled.
It's time for a new checkup and new glasses. Every few years I gotta do it.
Yeah, I have to go to the eye doctor. I've been saying that now for 28 years.
The wife went a week and a half or last week. She's waiting on her glasses now. Mac used to rebrand Channel Lock. My understanding is they still use some, but mostly using other companies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my old set of actual channel locks, what we used to all call channel locks, pliers.
Mm-hmm.
I have a set of Macs at work, and I got a blue handle set of channel lock here. I'm trying to think size-wise, roughly, maybe like a 10-inch set, maybe a 12-inch, probably more 10-inch. But I'm pretty sure if I put them right up next to each other, they're like identical.
I have a USA Mac Precision needle nose and tend to twist too easily. It looked nice though. I cannot wait for December 1st to get here.
Why is that?
I get to shave.
Why you gotta wait till December 1st?
I do that no shave November thing.
Oh. My computer's lagging tonight. For all you guys out there watching, viewing, listening, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
But in a few minutes, I'm going to probably end stream. And I probably will keep it up for a while. Anybody wants to jump backstage and shoot the shit for, I don't know, about a half hour. It's probably what I got left in me. You're more than welcome to join. I'm going to toss the link up. And Chinese trolls are welcome. Noisy's entertainment.
Yep.
But
one of the boxes, the main toolbox is slate gray.
I like the look of that slate gray.
And then
I saw Theo made a comment that go black. You can always, everything matches up to it easily, which he's correct on that, and it holds the highest resale value. My two dealers tell me black does not hold the highest resale value.
It just all depends on what somebody's looking for at that point in time.
I asked him what holds. I asked him I asked my Snap-on dealer what holds the highest resale value, and he said, "Well, in the toolbox, of course you can get this answer from a Snap-on dealer, but I probably agree with it." He said Snap-on toolbox in general is going to hold its resale value the best. But he said really he can't even say anymore. He said back in the day, it was red. They started coming out with new color. Their new colors is a candy apple red and the red. But he said now with all the different intermixes on the epics that you can do, he said he doesn't think there is such thing as a best color for resale value. He will tell me the worst colors for resale value were something that's very orange or very green.
Mm-hmm.
He said those are the hardest ones he has to get rid of on his box. He said there's a lot of people that like that color, but it's not as many as you think.
Well, there's a number of other things for resale value. I mean, if you keep your box looking nice, if you keep the mechanisms up on it, if you keep the slides working right, it'll hold its value. Because that's what a lot of people look for.
Well, I don't even have to worry about that. The slides and shit. That's under lifetime warranty.
Mm-hmm.
I just tell my Snap-on dealer if I got a problem with the set of slides, which in 28 years I only had one slide that I decided I didn't like the way it was working anymore, and he got me 2 new slides for the drawer. Gave them to me, said, "Give me the old ones back when you get the job. Change them out." Yeah, have a good one, Diabolical. And also, I forgot to talk about everybody. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving. I totally forgot about things. But with that, I'm going to end the stream. Anybody wants to jump back stream, you're more than welcome. I threw the link up. So with that.
This dude is stupid.
Who?
This flatbedder. He's got that rolled what?
I thought you were talking about somebody in chat. I'm like, I don't see nothing stupid.
No, this flatbedder's backing in. He's supposed to have dunnage on the front pallet, on the front rolls, and on the back rolls. He ain't got jack diddly shit holding those rolls on but chains. And when he's backing up, the rolls are sitting there moving back and forth. Damn.
My dream box. Yeah, have a good one, Diabolical. Have a good Thanksgiving. Hope you and your family enjoy everything in the holidays and all. My dream box would be like what Diabolical's got.
He does have a nice setup.
Wall
to wall toolboxes and storage lockers. Yeah,
that is a beautiful box.
He's got a lot of money invested in that box.
Well, I'm sure he does. I bet it's not as much as you think, but I'm sure he does. I'm sure he worked out deals.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure if he was to put that setup that he has right now online for sale, everything included, you'd probably get $250,000 to $300,000 for that. Trade that setup for a brand new house.
Who would buy it for that money? Jay Leno's garage?
Maybe.
Jay Leno would buy that. He don't give a shit about money anyway. Jay Leno could call Snap-on and just tell him what he wants and bring it all to me. All of a sudden, nobody would be getting toolboxes built because Jay Leno wants a new box.
Right? feel like I should get out and go tell that dude, look, you need to put some dunnage on that trailer to keep those rolls from rocking back and forth like that. Fucking
I keep
idiot.
saying to myself, I'm going to buy a brand new box. I've never, in all my years of being a tech, well, I did have a new box when I first started. It was a Craftsman box. But I've never had a professional level series box that I bought brand new. Everything I bought was used.
Ain't nothing wrong with buying used toolboxes.
Well, the bottom box that I'm currently using, the bottom roll cab, is about 25 years old for me. And I believe it is about a 28-year-old box. I think it was 2-3 years old when I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mint when I bought it. It still is in bad shape now. It's still pretty good. JW says, keep buying used. Your kids and I could use the money.
Damn.
It's interesting. Diabolical wants to know if I brought my tools home every night. No, some of this stuff does have to go back to the shop. Like I said, I was loading this stuff up to take back to the shop today. But a large portion of it is stuff for the house. Like, I'm trying to remember what I paid for these LN47 and LN46 pliers. These are really not bad. I think I got these off my Snap-on dealer. He was running a little promo on them. I think I paid roughly $90 for both pair. Somewhere in that range, about $90 for both pairs. But I will say my first set of LN47s, I paid a little bit more than I paid for this set.
My 47s I bought got them from Roscoe. I think I paid $60 for those, 55 or 60. And the 46s I paid like $40 for them.
That's my question. If Harbor Freight comes out with them, what's your price point going to be? Or they're not. I said say if they're coming out with them, they are coming out with them. I mean, they're going to sell them for, say, Snap-on wants. What did you say you paid for the 46s?
Maybe 40.
Just say they're 47 something. I mean, what's Harbor Freight going to do? You know what they're going to do? They're going to sell them for like $34.99. $35.99. And it probably won't be, but they may hold up. I'll get a set just to see how much I think they compare to a Snap-on. The failure points I have to see, one, their handle is not going to be quite as nice as the Snap-on handle. I'll tell you that right now. And I don't expect to see their teeth be quite as strong as a Snap-on. But will they work for the average person? Most likely they will. Most likely they'll perform as designed. I just wonder if that's going to help keep if Icon gets popular enough. I think it's going to help keep Snap-on's price point in check to a point.
Well, I saw Icon's also coming out with sets of sockets with ratchets and extensions in the EV foam all together.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I guess they've seen the errors of their ways and where they need to get better at, and they're doing it. I mean, yeah, everybody might not like their tools, but they're not bad for the money. They're not the worst thing out there.
The Icon?
Yeah.
I don't have a real problem with them, like quality wise. One thing I will say, the only thing I think they got to figure out, work on a little bit, and there's no reason why they can't get it a little bit better, is the ratchet's back drag on Icon ratchet.
Yeah.
They got to find a way to smooth that out a little bit. I mean, a lot of people don't even give a shit about that. A lot of people don't even know what the fuck you're talking about when you say back drag. I mean, even techs that have been working for 10 years in industry, you say back drag, they're like, what are you talking about?
I tell you, a tool company that really needs to work on that and that is fucking Craftsman.
But the back drag is a little high on the Icon ratchet. I will say this about the Icon ratchets. They hold up to torque.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in my shop that's using them, and I've used it a few times because I go over and I've helped him, and instead of bringing my shit over here, I'm using his shit. And I put some serious ass into his long-handled 3/8, and it doesn't show any signs of ever making me feel nervous using it. I mean, I've never slipped teeth with it. So
it'll be mighty interesting to see if that breaker bar handle holds up to that head of that macro ratchet.
What was that?
The Matco Icon ratchet I built.
Oh, okay, the one you built. I'm thinking, what the fuck did they come out with that you're talking about?
I put an 88 tooth 1/2 inch flex head on a 1/2 inch Icon breaker bar. And we'll see what holds. We'll see if it holds up.
Does it have updated paws in it?
Yeah, it was the brand new one. I bought it straight from Harry. We'll see if it holds up.
I'm gonna head out, folks. Have a good one. I'm gonna go backstage now.